y'all? Wanted to show y'all my new boat, new project. I got a 1987 Gheenoe lowside. It's 13 foot. Got it for super cheap, and ended up buying this Suzuki 9.9 for it. I took it out yesterday and just tried it out a little bit, and it did pretty good. It's a lot of motor for this boat, but I think we can get it sorted out. I just want to say thank you to Miss Christie and the Holmes County Tax Collector's Office for helping me get the title to this boat. The guy I got it from lost the title. He never did put in his name. So they were able to contact the previous owners and send them the paperwork in order for them to sign it over to me. So they went way out of their way to do all that. I really appreciate it, and thank you again. Alright, we got the first coat on the inside. This one quart did not go as far as I wanted it to. That's alright. I need to get a paintbrush and touch up some of this stuff in the corners. I think I'm going to leave this not painted. Leave it white so it's easy to see in there. Here's the bottom side. We reglassed this bottom on the fridge. It had a couple thin spots in it. This was done previously. Alright, this is the stuff I got for the bottom. Super Slick 2000. Hopefully it works out. Alright, got the base coat on the top. Didn't paint the bottom because it didn't come. My epoxy paint didn't come with a color. I didn't realize it was just like clear paint. You have to add a pigment. But that's okay. Got this painted up. So yeah, it's looking like an Indian canoe now. These are the Havoc bottomland. So that's pretty cool. I think it'll look good. This is a little bit too big. I mean, probably corner this up and do the whole boat at one time, but it'll work good for my other boat. Alright, the first layer of bottomland is on. Went with green instead of brown because I couldn't find a brown that wasn't too dark. Turned out alright. Towards the front it started dripping. Mostly there. Got a couple little blotches. Alright, it's coming along pretty good. Got the sides done. I'm working on the middle now, for the inside. If you're thinking about doing this, go ahead and buy the nice red leg stencil kit, because I've tried the cheaper ones on Amazon and they're just too small. I was kind of wondering why they made them so big, but like it's nice to have, like, to be able to cover a big section, paint it all, and then just move it down. Like it only took like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half like stencil moves to paint this whole thing. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm trying to figure out how to do the inside. The way the boat curves and stuff, it's kind of a pain. See how this stuff's overlapping a little bit, but all right. The camo's all done. There's a few spots on the inside. I couldn't really get that good because the stencil wouldn't lay. I think it'll be fine though. Looks pretty cool. Well, got a few drips. I taped over this aluminum rail. I'm not sure whether to paint it or just leave it like this. I kind of like the way it looks. You know, just normal. You know, it's not super bright. I love that this one has a metal nose cap. The newer ones have a plastic one that just breaks. Alright, got the epoxy paint on the bottom. Looks pretty good. Tell you what, it is a pain to use this stuff because it's like super thick. So you have to actually push it on there and like rub it in almost to get it to fill in. But the color is not quite the same as the tan like I wanted it. So what I think I'll do is when it dries, I'll flip it back over and just paint back over the epoxy paint with regular paint just to blend it in up front. I don't think you'll be able to see the sides and the back there. Even if you do, I think after a couple trips to the river, it'll just turn mud brown anyway. But I do want this to blend in a little better because this front is pretty visible. I do want to be looking good, but yeah, I'm glad that's done. So I think after that I can start rigging out the boat. So that's pretty exciting. Put the motor on. I got a few other things I can put on it. So yeah, good stuff. All right. Not sure where the last time I videoed was, but been working on this after work, so it's kind of tough to remember to bring the camera down here. But got the trailer extended. Got a roller under there. I got another one to add to the front. Got our gloss black emblems put back on. Our stickers kind of messed up and didn't put them exactly in the same spot. But like you can't see them from both sides or both at the same time. Got the motor mounted. I am waiting for this piece to come in. It was missing when I bought this motor. The extended handle is painted up. I got some wrap to put on that. I'll probably do that later though. Yeah, adjusted the bunks. So yeah, it's coming along. I got this handle. I don't know if I've showed you all that yet. Bought that off eBay. It was a little pricey, but it's super nice. All right, got the grab bar mounted up. It's pretty sturdy. It did get a little crunchy when I tightened this stuff up. I guess that's just part of fiberglass. I don't know. I put these 1/8 inch aluminum backing plates to stiffen it up. So I think it'll be all right as long as I don't like fall on it or smash it into something. But the plan is to probably cut these off here and then make like a receiver that it can slide into, and then I can unpin it and pull it out. All right, here's this foam flooring stuff. Basically I'm just gonna mark it, cut it off, and then kind of trim it up to fit in here. This stuff is just double stick, so you get it kind of like you want it, peel the sticker and then stick it down. Pretty simple. I've had good luck with this Amazon stuff, but also I keep my boats covered up. I had this all in my old boat. I haven't done it to this one yet. Just been using the boat way too much to do any of that. But the plan is to get this boat fixed up and then move over to that one on getting it nice. Alright, that looks pretty good. I don't know how to cut this stuff and make it look super straight, you know, but it looks good enough for me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely do this seat and this seat. I don't know about the middle seat. I don't think anybody's gonna be sitting there, so we'll just see how much material I have when we get done. But let me get this boat cleaned out and we'll keep on keeping on. Alright, got this seat done. That seat's done. Turned out alright. And all I got left is this chunk and those two pieces I cut off. So I'm thinking I'll use the big piece and make me like a pad to stand on here. Okay, so got the seats done. Decided to just cut those two pieces up and make just a little cover for this little flip up piece. I didn't really have enough to do like anything I wanted to do, so I just went with that. I tried to roll this over, but it's not wanting to stick, so I'll probably cut that off if it doesn't do any better than that. Yeah. And then I took some paint and just blended in between the super slick paint and the camo. I didn't take that off like I should have, and the roller kind of fell over the edge there. But that looks a lot better than like the super bright bottom. I don't really care for how bright this bottom turned out, but it's also on the bottom of the boat where you can't see it. Okay, got these lights for the front. Well, got two of them. I think I'm just gonna run one right here. I really like the way these Gheenoes look with just a single headlight up front. But I'm gonna I drilled a hole in this cap. I'm gonna riv nut this in there. If you don't know what this is, it's basically a rivet with a nut inside of it. So you drill your hole out, stick that in there, and then use this tool to expand that nut out, and then you don't have to worry about like trying to hold a nut up under there. It won't come loose on you. That's what I did on the front of that boat with all the lights, because those things rattle so much on the river. Like unless you like Loctite it, those nuts will always come loose. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, got the tool set up. Thread your rib nut insert into it, then just shove it down in there. And unthread it. Or unthread your tool, excuse me. And then yeah, leaves this really nice professional looking insert. So now from there we can take our light So the reason I want with these rather than what we put on Richie's Gheenoe, like your normal light pod, is they are a little bigger. I don't know if they're any brighter, but they are a little bigger, and the way they mount, they can flip down. So if you hit something, it's not going to break it off. We have messed up Richie's a couple times now. All right, so I got these navigation lights on here. Should be able to see them both from the front. Just they double stick on, and I drilled a little hole right there. I'm gonna take and silicone that up later on. I may drill a hole and just run this wire through there instead of it having it coming out here. But got a nice new bow line. Grab bars on. I'm gonna take this up to the house and wrap it real quick. I just used tennis racket wrap. Got our fuel tank on. I'm gonna get some paracord and tie this, the drain plug, to there so you can't lose it, or I can't lose it. I'll lose it for sure if I don't do that. Also, we got a watt cycle lithium smart battery mini edition for this boat. That's the battery I mentioned in the last video. So that's gonna set up here and be like some counterweight. I kind of want to build like a little thing for, maybe I'll put it up here actually. I want to be able to put like a 5.5 gallon gas can in that battery all the way in the front, because I need as much weight as I can up front. But yeah, if you're interested in buying one of these watt cycle batteries, I'll put the link in the description. All right, we're out here at the river. She's all ready to go. Got my tiller handle extension wrapped. Yeah, got our camera stuff, got some tools, got the battery, got a full tank of gas. I think we're good to go. So with this super slick paint on the bottom, I've read that if you like undo your winch and try to back in with your bow line, it'll slide off the trailer. So instead of doing that, we're just going to back in, undo the winch, get on it, and do it that way instead. We don't want to tear nothing up and sling this thing up the trailer. Alright, not sure if the motor's running as good as it can be. It had a lot of issues when I got it. May need some new spark plugs. Seems like it's vibrating quite a bit, but hopefully it clears out when we get on the river. Alright, first impressions is this thing is awesome. A ton of power. Kind of wish it would run just a little bit faster, but we can fix that for sure. That'll be easy. The boat handles good. It doesn't seem like this motor's overpowering it at all. I was a little worried about that. The grab bar, I'm not like super confident in how strong it is. Other than that, like everything seems solid. This thing is very tippy though, but I kind of was counting on that, considering it's a lowside Gheenoe. Like, this thing is super tiny, even compared to like a normal high side Gheenoe. But I'm gonna I'll just let that thing run and tie up and check on this houseboat real quick. This actually came loose yesterday. It was just sitting sideways in the slough here. I'll try to put some video in of that. But yeah, it was wild. I want to like just double check everything. We had a bad storm the other day that tore up a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'll catch up with y'all when I get this done.
Okay, so looks like we had a safety bar come undone.
Alright, so I'm just sitting here watching this thing run. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little oil stain that's kind of coughing out of it every now and then. I don't know if that would be oil or gas. I mean, they kind of do the same thing. So I think I'm going to cut it off and pull that cow. Make sure, at least make sure gas isn't leaking, because I did like take the whole fuel system apart. It was full of water. And then if that looks fine, I'll check the oil. Right, I think it was just the fuel line at the fuel rail was just a little bit loose. It's got a hose clamp. Got that tightened up. Let's see how much time we got. Really wanted to run downriver to the big sandbar. Maybe I'll just go for it. This thing runs pretty quick, so we can probably make some time on the way back. That hawk's got a snake on. Yeah, so right there is where I would really like to be able to pull this grab bar off and like run under that tree. But we'll work on that later. Yeah, this motor ain't running perfect. Something's up with it. I'll look into that when I get home. This is kind of stuff I was wanting this thing for. Is this easing up in here in the backwaters. This is way better than the mud motor. Like even with the handle super long, I can turn it like lock to lock pretty much, you know, no problem. And it like maneuvers good. Quite a bit of vibration out of that motor too. Don't care for that. All right, that went pretty good. When we hit that stump, the motor was locked, so it jarred it pretty good. All right, we made it to the big sandbar, and it's not so big today. Usually it runs way up there in the, like out in that area, but the river's way up, and I didn't think about that. That's all right though. It's big enough to kind of run through how this thing's doing. Seems like everything's good as gravy, but there's a lot of vibration in the motor. I think it should be like super smooth. Like shouldn't feel anything. Like it's a little tingly in the tiller there. So I have to look into that. Yeah, I think that's about it as far as issues. It does run pretty good. It could be a little bit faster, but honestly it's fast enough, you know. It doesn't need to be a rocket ship. But yeah. So probably next couple of videos, somewhere in there, I'll wire this stuff up. Probably get some more flooring. I like the flooring, and look into why the motor's not running so good, or at least vibrating. Seems like it might be missing a little bit, so I'm hoping that's just spark plugs. Alright guys, appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. The Gheenoe did super good. Pretty stoked about it. You're gonna see it in a lot more videos coming up. Got a lot of exploring to do, and this thing is gonna, you know, get us there. So we'll see y'all next time.